Dizzy, dizzy,
I need to do a little bit of a
dizzy,
quiet Bob not to wake the rest of my household.
Good morning, podcast world.
Good
dizzy,
morning.
It is the
dizzy.
ungodly hour of 5:11 a.m.
5:11 a.m. and we are all awake,
Hell yeah.
broadcasting to you,
This
our
is how
viewer.
much we care.
Yeah, this is how much we care because I'm immediately gonna go back to bed after this. And Byram's actually in bed.
Yeah, this
I don't know
is
if you can
this
see
is
it.
uh this is a little treat for you listeners. In bed with Byram.
Byram the spooky forehead ghost.
I'm
Byram's
I'm laying
spooky
down
wall of snow.
I'm laying down, chin propped up on pillows, and I'm holding onto my computer and microphone, which are ice fucking cold because they are on the side of my bed.
Ice, ice, baby.
They're so cold. I'm getting a headache from how cold my hands are right now.
This is what it's like to podcast from post Cold War Russia or Cold War Russia, I think.
It's true. Soviet
Snow
Russia.
apocalypse, 2015.
Right.
Are you guys experiencing like snow issues in New York still at all? No, because New York's a
Well,
real city.
I mean, not really. Everything we have had them, but the stuff is basically cleared off.
Yeah,
And
Except,
I don't really go into the city that
right.
much these days
That's nice.
because the client I'm working for is like on the West Coast, so uh, all our time is basically shifted 3 hours late. So
Oh,
I would be commuting home like in the middle of their workday, so it's sort of awkward for me to go in.
oh, that's
oh, that's
nice.
awesome.
That
I
is
mean,
nice.
yeah, it's nice. I do like going in once in a while because having some like regular human interaction is beneficial. And
Oh, really?
moving
I don't think
around in
that's
your
even
like
true.
cold basement office, and the only
Yeah.
person you really talk to during the day is a 6-month-old.
And she's like a girl, so
Right.
she's talking mad shit to you, and you're
She's
like, "What
talking
did
about
you even
shit.
say? LOL? I don't like. What
Yeah,
do you
she
mean?"
does. I get a lot of lulls.
Yeah, you're like left shark, right shark. I don't even know who those guys are.
Is that what the kids are into these days? The left shark? The left
The
shark's more popular, right?
left shark is more popular. Well, it's like I think of it as like left brain, right brain, where everyone's sort of like you have to have left shark and right shark, but
For
sometimes it's
those
nice to be left shark.
for
What
those
does
who
that
don't
mean?
know what I'm talking about, which is you're not involved in the culture at all, really, but
I've never
uh,
been on the internet in the last
during
month.
the Super Bowl halftime show, Katy Perry did a big fancy show, and the only part that was actually awesome were the like dancing stage props. Like one section, I feel like the palm trees in the background were really overlooked for their excellence,
Yeah,
and the beach
there's
balls.
yeah, the beach balls were really excellent.
Yeah,
The palm trees
The
weren't
beach
dancing on
ball
the
named Missy
festival.
Elliott was excellent.
Yeah.
That
I
was my
feel like I
favorite
sort of
part.
blacked out during that part.
Yeah. I was watching it all at work, so I have no idea what was happening.
So, on the subject of the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots were playing the Seattle Seahawks, as I've mentioned before. And at the very end of the game, did you guys watch? You didn't watch.
No.
So, at the very end of the game, there's like a minute left, and the Seahawks are on offense. The Patriots are ahead by 4. Uh, and the Seahawks quarterback hucks it down the field. The Patriots defensive end like kind of breaks up the pass. It looks like it's incomplete, but somehow it like bounces off somebody's foot and like lands in the like breadbasket of the Seahawks guy, and he catches it, and he's like right by the end zone, and it's like the most sickening feeling ever because it was like the exact same play that the Patriots lost basically 2 previous Super Bowls on,
Oh
and
wow.
like I'm in the living room like nearly weeping. Not again, not again, not this way, please,
Oh
not
my
this.
God.
It was like really like terrible. And anyway, so they run another play and they send their running back like running towards the end zone. He almost gets there, and it's just like you're just like they're just gonna send this Marshawn Lynch. They're like insanely good running back. They're like just gonna send him right in again, right? They're gonna score a touchdown. They're gonna win the game. And for some reason, they run a pass play, and the Patriots intercept it on the goal line and like make it to like the 1 yard line and win the game. And I was like on my knees, like weeping, like this isn't real. This can't be happening. It's not real. It's not. It was like a very embarrassing moment.
Yeah.
Amy was very patient with my emotional outburst. But
In sickness and in health, I think
right,
they say. I think she
Yeah.
actually said that.
weird mental delusion.
She did have to say that during her oath. So
Suffice it to say, it was a fucking awesome game.
yeah,
So
I
awesome.
I hear it was a really awesome game. What are your thoughts on the belief that the Seattle Seahawks threw the game? Do you think
I
there's
think
and
that's
that
crazy.
it does
That
not hold any water to your as far
it
as you
does not hold any water.
Yeah.
I think they did. I think they ran the play in the situation that their offense dictate that they run.
Yeah.
Like that's just the play that they run in that situation. I think in retrospect, it's not the best play, but like
Yeah.
that was just the thing. Like I don't think it was just the way their offense ran, and I just think in that situation, like you throw to kind of stop the clock, and then you run it in. Obviously, they shouldn't have done it. It was the bonehead move, gave the Patriots a chance to get back in the game. But I also think the Patriots, in the aggregate, were the better team for the whole game, and the
Right.
Seahawks had a couple of like fluky long plays and like weird shit that happened. Not so fluky. I mean, they did make the plays, but the Patriots were in control of the game for most of the time, and the better team won. So I think it was like a just outcome.
I had the game on in the background while I did other stuff, and then I'll surprise you guys by saying I actually was pooping when the game ended because I was on my phone and I saw people posting on Facebook and Twitter like, "Oh shit, what crazy!" I was like, of course, I missed something by pooping.
You're
My favorite part of the game though is the part that I saw when I got out of the bathroom, which was that was really nice of them to give Tom and Giselle a truck because I don't know how they would have gotten home after the game otherwise. They're
Wait,
like,
they gave Tom and Giselle a truck?
So
Yeah,
Tom Brady was the MVP.
yeah, they got a brand new shiny red pickup truck, and I was like, thank God, because they really had no other way to get home after
I'm
this.
sure they just threw it in the garbage on the drive home. It was
So-
like the flag that we normally get at like it's like the shitty T-shirt or like the fucking crappy towel that they give one of us.
So-
Giselle's like, home, we don't need this truck, and they just like threw it away.
So I
Giselle just crumbles up a truck and just.
Yeah, totally.
But so actually, the funny thing is Tom was trying to give the truck to the undrafted rookie free agent who made the interception
Oh,
with
yeah.
20 seconds to go, who basically, like Tom played an incredible game, but like his legacy and like the way the world views him going forward changed tremendously based on this one little dude making this interception. Like
Right.
Yeah.
whether they win or lose, like has a big difference in how Tom Brady's remembered, and how his career is defined, and all this other big, huge stuff. And that guy doesn't make that interception, and like it's a totally different thing.
Yeah, it's totally
And-
true.
So
Especially in
it's so
Boston.
crazy. But anyway, so he apparently like is trying to give the truck to that guy, but the taxes he would have to pay in order to do that are like more than the truck is worth.
They
Yeah.
should just throw the truck away.
It's crazy. He should just really drive the truck into the Boston Harbor and just buy it the guy whatever he wants.
Drive the truck somewhere into like Brookline or one of the suburbs, light it on fire. It will melt a bunch of the snow,
There
and
you
then
go.
that will kill two birds with one stone.
And then once it's
Dude.
off, once it's not burning anymore, Liz can have it, and she will
Yeah.
have a new whip.
I will.
You
I
would
love-
totally rock a burned.
a burnt out truck. I would totally.
What
rock
color is
truck.
that? Ash.
It's called Ruin. The color is called Ruination.
I like that color name.
Yeah, me too. It's my favorite.
I would wear nail
Only-
polish that color.
A hair polish?
Nail polish.
Oh, I think
hair
it's hair
polish.
polish.
Too.
I would
hair
also
polish.
wear hair polish. That's my
Yeah.
color.
That's the thing that sucks about gifts. I had gone to a taping of the Rachel Ray show. I'll let you guys pick up your jaws that I went to the taping of the Rapel.
Rapel.
Sorry,
The
it's
Rapel show.
Sorry, it's 5:20 and I'm in bed. And they thought they were giving us all a huge, beautiful gift by giving us tickets to Jamaica. And I was like, I'd never won anything before, so I was like, oh, this is fucking great. They had all these flight attendants come out and hand us like fake tickets for an airline, which happened to be AirTran, which is the worst airline. Actually, sorry, Liz is going to tell you guys a
Thank
story
you.
about
Yeah.
Spirit Airlines in a few minutes.
I was about to differ.
Um,
About
but
to like to
before Spirit, AirTran was the worst.
Yeah.
And so anyway, the trip was so horrible. It was a horrible flight, huge layover in Atlanta. The hotel was disgusting. And then I had to fill out the tax form for it. They valued the trip at $5,000, which is fucking absurd. So I had to pay a luxury tax on that. And I was like, if I had fucking known it was going to be valued at $5,000, I would have never accepted it.
Wait, what's the luxury attached percentage? How much did you actually have to pay?
I want to say it's like something like 35% or 40%.
Oh my God, I would have definitely wrote an email to Rachel Ray and been like, you need to pay this.
So some people did. And the fucking crazy thing is, if you went there as a couple, right? Or like there were some people there who had gone like, husband and wife. There was one family there that went with a couple of kids. So everyone in the audience gets it, right?
Oh
So
wow.
that couple was probably like, wow, we've got 2 trips for 2. Definitely not worth $10,000. You know what I mean? And it's Jamaica. No offense to our Jamaican listeners.
$1,700? Do you really think you had to pay $1,700 in taxes?
Well, here's the trick. Actually, I shouldn't talk about this because I'm going to get audited by
Oh yeah, the
the
government is
IRS.
listening.
No, but did you
Don't
know?
listen, government, right now. Just not right now.
Did you know that if you win something, right, you can also, like, if you won a small sum in like the lottery, so to speak, right, you could also claim your losing tickets to help counter what you won because it's not fair if you've won something but you keep losing. I don't know. I'm gonna get audited. So let's change the topic to
Right.
let's change the topic to Spirit Airlines, and we have our
Spirit
travel
Airlines.
correspondent Elizabeth Rosalie Hall.
Yeah, so Byram and I made a pilgrimage down to Florida last week to go see Martha and Quincy Jane in Grand Bag
Oh
in
yeah, we haven't talked about this yet.
Delray Raton Beach or Crouton Beach. I don't know what this place is called. And it was like right after the first snowpocalypse, so JetBlue had canceled. I booked on JetBlue, but they canceled my flight, and so I was had given up that I was going to lose the trip. But then they started to reopen flights again, and Logan was going to be open, so I was like, "Fuck this! Like, why don't I try and find a flight?" So I found this flight, and every other flight is like $1,700, like super expensive because they're just reopening these flights again, and it's like super last minute. But I see this one flight round trip for like $250, and I was like, oh, perfect. And not really like noticing the fact that it does happen to be on Spirit Airlines, and didn't really think so much.
I mean, I've made a lot of proclamations about the airlines that I will and won't fly, and
Yeah.
none of them ever stick. It's always just whatever's
Right.
cheapest.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever's cheapest. And I won't ever say, I'm not going to say that I'll never fly Spirit Airlines again because I'm sure that I'll forget about the entire experience. But while I was on Spirit Airlines, I definitely thought to myself very often, like, I'm never going to fly Spirit Airlines again. I actually thought to myself several times, I'm never going to fly again. I'm just never going to fly again.
I did that about United, and I've flown United like 14 times since.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
fly them every time I go out to California for work. I fly United.
I mean, when you're flying Spirit, you're also thinking, I'm never going to see my family again. I'm
Right.
never going to see a rainbow again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not going to take that many more breaths. I just have to, I was like also got distracted by just like breathing, just
I'm
being
never going to see Byram's forehead glisten
forehead.
in the dawn light again.
There was like they have this rule on Spirit Airlines that you're not allowed to like congregate by the bathrooms. Like if like there's more than 4 or 5 people waiting for the bathroom, you actually have to like go back to your seat. And I think they're scared of like the weight distribution, which means they're scared they're gonna crash.
I think there's scared of people organizing against.
Yeah, probably.
No, it's weight distribution because Spirit Airlines are basically like giant flying toaster ovens.
They are.
These are really, we just put wings on this thing. We're not sure it's going to stay up.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And they're like, they charge you $36 for every carry-on bag. You're allowed to have one personal item, but they charge you for every carry-on bag. And I'm like, well, is that because you're scared that the plane's going to be too heavy? Because they weren't really like, a bunch of people were like getting on with carry-on items, and they were like trying to get them to like jam it into like the like square container that shows them how big the bag is. And this attendant was like, oh, I don't care. Like, next time, next time. I'm like, oh my God, is this plane going to be too heavy? Are we going to crash like that Taiwan Air flight?
the flight attendant slash pilot slash
Yeah.
third grader.
Right. Slash balloon folder person, balloon
The,
twister.
the pilot was like, I don't know, I can't reach up there to help you with that, putting that bag up there. I'm gonna
Right.
go fly this plane.
Yeah, I'm recovering from the DTs. Spirit Airline has a policy where they have to hire recovering alcoholics. But yeah, so it was pretty ridiculous. Oh, we're just gonna talk about something else funny.
Wait,
Oh,
wait, I have the DTs. Spirit has to hire recovering alcoholics. Does that
yeah,
mean an alcoholic who's like is recovering from a bender, like
yeah,
has a
exactly.
hangover?
Not recovering from actual alcoholism, but
No,
is
no,
just
no.
recovering.
I'm drinking. I'm recovering from last night.
Right, recovering by drinking. Yeah, yeah, recovering with the hair of dog, hair of the
Right.
dog. Yeah,
I like that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna steal that one. Yeah. Oh no, he's fine. He's just a
He's just
recovering
recovering
alcoholic.
alcoholic. Yeah. He'll be recovering again tomorrow too.
He should be all recovered by 6 or 7 tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, and so every time I'm on a plane, I'm like pretty sure I'm gonna die. I get really nervous about it. I get it's when like the plane banks, you know how they do that? I don't understand why the fuck they have to do this. Why don't they just come in from like a different angle? I don't think they should need to have to like turn like in a sharp circle so the plane goes sideways. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
So every time it happens, I'm like trying to put, like I get the pose where it's like you're trying to put a cat in a bathtub, and I like get really like tense and like straighten all my limbs. And I'm like, but there's no way this plane's gonna crash. They do this 1,000 times. It's like not the biggest deal. It's not like this plane's gonna go sideways and like crash into the city below us, unless you're on a flight in Taiwan, and then the plane actually crashes into a bridge in front of a bunch of cars. Did you see this video?
No.
What?
I
Are you
didn't.
kidding me? There's a video online right now of, I think it's Taiwan Air, that crashes into a bridge, and it's like the scariest video I've ever seen. Well,
I
no,
think
not
it's like I
that's-
think it's like TransAsia or something.
yeah, it's like TransAsia Airline.
But there's the crazy thing in the video is that someone happened to be recording on their dashboard
Yeah.
as they're driving, and you almost hear them like get excited about it. They're like, "Oh!" Like as if you're like,
Ooh, yeah.
it's like, "Oh, dolphin!"
Oh,
It's like that's a giant dolphin.
oh, bother. Yeah.
Whoa!
Right? And listen to the video. They're like the guy's just like blah 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 blah. And then there's a woman. Some woman's voice. Isn't that
The video,
terrifying?
we'll tweet the video out, but
Yeah.
the video is terrifying.
Yeah.
I
No
get
offense,
crazy.
Eric Choi, but I'm not gonna fly on any Asian airlines anytime soon.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? When you are like driving on a highway and you see, I never, even if I'm in the safety of a car, if I see roadkill on a highway, I get terrified. Like, I'm not talking about like your average like raccoon on the side of the road, but sometimes you'll see like a giant steaming deer carcass because it's just been hit, and it just like makes my whole body crawl. Like I just feel like ooh, and I just feel like I'm not safe enough in my car. I don't know what the fuck I would do if I saw a giant bird.
I know. Like a giant metal bird, it calls into question so much of our existence.
That's so
You're always
intense.
seeing these like statistics of that more people die in car crashes than plane crashes, and so if you're gonna be scared, you should be like blah blah blah, all the like scale of things you should be scared of. But like, I think I'm just more scared of a plane crashing because like it's just so you're expecting to die the entire time you're on the plane. So when the plane does start to go down, you're like have a certain elevated level of stress. Like if you get in a car accident, it's like you're like kind of not really expecting it's gonna happen, but expecting the plane crash is I think what's really bothers me.
You're right about that, because yeah. Another thing is, I don't know if they say more people die in car crashes, or you're more likely to get in a car accident than a plane accident, but you can survive a car accident.
Right,
Like it's very hard to survive a plane accident.
right. I
But
guess some people survived this TransAsia Air flight because one passenger said things felt weird during the entire flight. Like, imagine being on that plane and you're like, this feels weird.
that person was definitely taking a shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
although, is that like confirmation bias? Like,
Yeah, I think
don't you
that's
feel
probably.
a little weird on every flight.
Yes. I feel like there's something seriously wrong on every single flight.
Yeah, right. So like I feel like on probably half of flights there's like a turbulence moment or some
Yeah.
moment where I'm like I'm gonna die now.
Yep.
I'm gonna make peace with that. I'm gonna be calm. I'm not going to scream. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
just like okay, it's a good day to die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be okay. Everything's
Yeah.
gonna be all right. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Where you have that like, oh shit, here it comes.
Yeah. One of
So
the
I
flight
feel like-
attendants like stumbled on my flight home, and she like stumbled and like there was so much that she like fell over, and I'm like, oh, that's a sign. This woman is like a professional flight attendant, and she can't walk on the plane right now. And then she like hurried up front and like pressed a button. I'm like, oh, that's the self-destruct button. Obviously, she's known something that I don't know. I'm
And it
seeing
was
something.
and it was only because she was embarrassed. She's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, someone saw me trip, so I got
I
blown."
have to go press this button and look official.
I can see when
so
your plane
embarrassed.
blows up, there being a congressional inquiry into why there was a self-destruct button in the
Right,
plane.
totally. Why did this need to? She's like, I'm so fucking embarrassed. I gotta take this whole plane down with me.
I can't look these.
I don't want
people
somebody
in the
posting this to the
online.
internet.
Yeah. The first thing I do when I'm boarding a plane is I look to see if there's any cute babies because I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way anything's happening to this plane. And then you take a flight to Boca or to
Ugh.
West Palm Beach, and it's all like old people, and you're like, damn.
Like horrible old people. And it's like, I was trying to explain this fact, but so the people that go back and forth in between Boston and Boca Raton are like, even at their best, are kind of like a dodgy group of people because like both Boston and like Boca Raton are like maybe not like the best places in the world. But then you have the like added variable of like the people that choose to fly Spirit Airlines, and it's
Yeah.
just like I think there were like I think there were homeless people on my flight. I really do. It's like people that go back and forth in between these two places and are just homeless. They
So
somehow managed to panhandle enough coins to buy a Spirit Airline flight, which is how I did it.
So I can see the like news headline now. Flight from Boston to a Spirit Airlines flight from Boston to Boca Raton crashed today.
Oh well. Yeah,
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody really knew anyone on that flight.
right, exactly. Colin, they had it coming.
It would, it would
The whole
be,
thing
it
was
would,
kind of weird. So you know,
Right.
they
It
got
would be
the
one of-
wreckage cleaned up.
Right.
it would be one of the announcements made like as they're transitioning to commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, ladies and gentlemen, Oreos have a new red velvet flavor, and then there's like a pause, and then the music starts. It's like, oh, and then
Yeah,
Spirit Airlines plane
some
crashed,
flight
one
crash,
Boca
whatever.
Raton,
Yeah. We're gonna get a lot of snow. It'll cover it up.
Everyone on board was killed, so you won't hear a lot of complaining.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when I was flying to Dubai. This sounds a little bit prejudiced, but you know, like you're flying to the Middle East, and then Dubai is usually a huge hub for traveling to South Asia. So like, I was pretty much the only white person on my flight, and
That's
they
like the
announced.
least prejudiced thing you've ever said. FYI.
Well, no, I'm about to say it.
Oh, okay, good.
Or not. It might be just like a little ignorant. Because this is our podcast is very like Fox Newsy, so I'm allowed to be.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to sound ignorant.
Fair and balanced, if that's
Yep.
what you mean.
Yeah.
They kept announcing, do not congregate in any areas of the plane. And I was sitting in the back row of my section, and they said it 3 or 4 times during the like 17 hours we're on this flight, and people kept congregating behind me, and it's giant groups of people. And I was like, is anyone going to say anything to them? Because they keep hanging out behind me. And then one guy is like leaning, because I have no one behind me. It's literally just like a walkway. One guy is leaning on my chair while he's like talking to other people. And I'm doing the whole like passive aggressive, like turning around and like, you know. And then no one was sitting next to me. So another person like is leaning on that and watching my TV screen. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? They announce it in like 12 languages. Like, do not hang out on the plane. I understand it's a long flight and you don't want blood clots. So do a lap around the plane and go sit down. But it's also kind of nerve wracking because you're like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm probably the most ICC person on this plane, and I'm not even talking to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You're pretty much the most ICC person on any plane, though.
I was just gonna
I'm
say, I really like
so-
that adjective.
Yeah, ICC. Yeah.
I'm so ICC right now, though, because my hand is freezing. My microphone has not warmed up in the least.
Why would it?
going
There's
on?
no like engine inside of it that's gonna warm it up.
Well, the thing is, in my bedroom, my bedroom is above the entrance to the house that I live in. So directly below my bed, there's no heating because it's just like the front door. So that part of the floor of my bedroom is ice cold. because there's nothing below me.
So I'm gonna tweet out a link for a $25 space heater from Amazon that's like balls. We have 2 of them. They're
Nice.
totally rad.
I like the ones that look like old school radiators. Those are really good too. A little bit more expensive though. I just light fires in my bedroom. My roommates like it. The hard part about Boston right now is that the new sea level is like 3 feet higher than it was before, and so there's like 3 feet of snow everywhere you go, and so basically your lower half is just like always in like a big freezer all the time. I have to wear like 3 pairs of pants all the time because like there's always snow up to my waist wherever I go.
The fucked up thing is the past couple of days we've had a little bit of mild weather in New York.
Oh yeah.
Things have started to melt.
Panic puddles.
And then last night it like dropped below 0, so it's gonna be a fucking suicide mission out
Oh
there.
no.
Dude, so my house, like the gutters freeze solid, and the melting snow, like instead of running down the gutters, just drips like basically like slush falls from the ceiling onto like the stoop, like right in front of my door. And it's a self-regenerating ice patch. Like I go out there, I specifically bought like this long-handled like chiseling device to like smash the ice off of my front step, and I do it every single day. I like smash with the chisel, I put down salt, I come back the next morning, and it's fucking just solid ice again.
Yeah.
It's so fucking annoying, and I know that like the fucking UPS guy's gonna like eat a dick out there one of these times.
Right.
I'm gonna get sued. It's so
Wait.
aggravating.
Now that you are working from home a lot, do you still take Leah to daycare?
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
can't. There's no way I can't get anything done with her. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I've tried to work with like her there before, and it's just you don't even get. It's not that you get like 50% as much work done. You get 0% done.
Right.
Well, you could just leave her on the front stoop with the chisel, put her to
true.
work.
I could leave her on the front stoop.
I mean, you could just allow her body heat to melt this thing. Just like
Yeah.
put her in kind of a thin onesie, and she'll melt it right out.
Yep.
She doesn't need a onesie. It's just gonna get wet.
Yeah, she'll just be naked, like when Mary Hall babysits.
Does Mary Hall not dress babies?
Yeah, well, Oak was telling, I've heard this from both Oak and Mary Hall, but Mary Hall babysat Leah last week when Oak was in San Francisco. And she got Leah up in the morning and then had to change her diaper, but then also at the same time had like put a bottle of breast milk in like the boiling water, and Mom was stressed out that like the breast milk was going to get too hot and be ruined. And then there's no more breast milk. It's like you're fucked if you ruin the breast milk. So she was like sort of understandably freaking out about that whole thing. So she just pulls Leah down to the kitchen to feed her like just in the buck, except for her diaper. So when Oak got home to relieve Mom, it was just Mom hanging out.
It was cute. It was a very cute scene. But
Totally
all
good.
was well.
Yeah.
It was happily eating away.
Yeah,
A little butt hanging out.
her little butt. She's so cute.
I'm watching her on the monitor right now.
Is she doing her kick thing?
I don't know if you can kind of see it. No, she's just out. She's
Oh,
on.
good.
What time does she wake up?
Well, it varies. Lately, she's been waking up like about now, which blows. But hopefully she'll sleep in. I mean, we'd love it if she slept till 7, but that's probably not gonna happen. So she'll probably get up in like the next 15 or 20 minutes. We'll play for a while. I'll give her a little something to eat, and then I'll put her down for a nap before I take her to daycare.
And she goes to daycare at 8-ish?
She goes to daycare basically
Whenever
whenever
she
she
wakes up.
wakes up from that first nap.
Nice.
So, like, if she wakes up now, she'll go down for a nap at like 7:15 or 7:30, and then she'll probably sleep for an hour and a half, and then she'll go after that. So.
God, that is the life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
wake
dude,
up
she's
after
loving
sleeping
it.
12 hours, eat, take a nap.
It's actually ironically my exact same schedule as I think about it. I'm going back to sleep right after this too.
So when I went to pick up Leah from daycare yesterday, I walked into the infant's room, and it was like a cacophony of screaming. Like, all the babies were screaming. except Leah, who is sitting in the middle of the room like a little Buddha, like
Oh,
totally
she's so
serene.
cute.
All these other babies are just out of their minds, and this poor woman's like running around. You try to pick up one baby and like calm the baby down, and then there's another one that's like screaming, and it's just like she was just out of her head. And Leah's just sitting there like calm as a little Hindu cow.
Oh.
It was cute. So I evacuated her from that loud, terrible place. Back
Good,
then.
of course. And then she came home, and you guys just talked about football for the entire
We
afternoon.
did talk about football.
Always.
She likes to listen to Boston sports talk radio.
Oh my God, totally.
She loves Felger and Maz.
Grandmother, like granddaughter.
How many hours is she in daycare?
Usually, so I'll usually drop her off like somewhere between 8 or 9, and then I try to pick her up at or before 4.
Okay.
So
You gotta wonder, like,
it's a long day. It's longer than we would like, but it's 3 days a week, so it's not so terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're trying to find something better, maybe like I don't know, like a nanny or something like that, like some kind of in-home care. But we're just kind of feeling it out as we go.
Yeah.
You gotta wonder what Leah did to make all those babies cry.
I'm sure it was just something she said really quickly, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
think
she
so.
just like wasn't being sensitive. She was like, "You guys, you have to do this," and they were like, "No."
She's like, if you don't do this, my mommy's gonna kill you.
My mommy is really strong. She deadlifts like 250 pounds.
Maybe they were crying, laughing. Like, she told them a story. She's like, and then my grandmother brought me down to the kitchen naked to feed me. And all the kids are just like cracking up, laughing. But it sounds like they're crying.
They're like, all of our grandmothers put layers and layers on us because they're screaming it cold. Your grandmother sounds crazy.
Wild little jungle baby.
Yeah.
It is tough, though, to determine, like, what's more important, having clothes on or eating. I would say eating.
I have the exact same quandary like all the time.
I know that exact feeling that my mom had, which is like, I don't know. It's just like things like really speed up on you when you're trying to like get a baby ready because they're like struggling against you, and then like, you've got like a bottle on, and like the other day, I was giving Leah a bath, and I told my mom that I would send my mom a picture of Leah in the bath to her, but I forgot my phone downstairs. So of course you can't leave a fucking infant unattended in the bathtub. So I pick her up out of the tub, and, like dripping. I like carry her downstairs to like get my phone so I could take a picture of her in the tub. Which of course is a weird thing in and of itself.
Right.
But
Exactly.
yeah,
'Cause she
so
takes a bath every single day, so you probably could have just done it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just sent her one of the 5,000 pictures I already have.
Right, exactly. The stock photography that you already have of her.
And also, Mary doesn't know how to check picture messages on her phone, so it
No,
was a
she
waste.
does. She gets daily updates about like interesting things that Leah is doing.
Yeah.
She loves it very much. My mom has actually adapted to technology admirably well.
Yeah, she's
She's
doing
got
a
an
good job.
iPad. She's got an iPhone.
Oh, damn.
She's all over TMZ on her iPad.
Oh my God, she loves TMZ. It's her favorite.
It is the best. It's my go-to news source.
Yeah, she's
They're-
pretty appalled by this whole Kris Jenner thing.
Yeah, they're more right than they are wrong.
Yep.
They
And they're
break a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like they end up like breaking a lot of news. Like they're first to a lot of stuff.
I think they broke the Trans Asia air flight thing.
Oh yeah.
It was some like shitty gossip blog that I think broke it. I saw it first on like VanityFair.com. It definitely wasn't like a major news outlet.
Yeah. They definitely, like, I don't know what their resources are. They must just, like, pay a ton of people. Because, like, this whole thing happening with Whitney Houston's daughter in the hospital, usually, like, if there's a celebrity in the hospital, they're in a private room. They have, like, all the nurses and stuff have to sign, like, NDAs. Like, they can't talk. Yet TMZ is like, this happened in the room just now. And it's like, how the fuck do you know that? Like, they have to have some shit.
Yeah,
right.
but it's not the nurses. There's so many like other staff
Yeah.
that like work for like staffing agencies or like are just what I mean, like the people that are like I forget what they're called, like medical assistants or something like that are just do like the like lifting and carrying and stuff like that, and that I think that don't always necessarily work for the hospital, that like work for temp agencies and like all kinds of stuff like that. So I
Are
think
you
you could
saying that-
probably you just like leave a business card with like a couple of those dudes, and
I would
you saying that-
absolutely be giving out all the information if I had one of those jobs.
yeah. You're like, fuck these rich assholes.
Absolutely.
Are you saying
Whenever-
that protect your wife's identity as a hospital narc?
Yeah. He's such a hospital narc.
It's so funny because Amy's become like completely oblivious to basically the entire world. She just goes to work or is with the baby like all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think she has that much like input from the outside world about what's going on. Like the occasional like check Facebook on the toilet to like see what's going on, but like
Yeah, just to multitask.
like she's
Well,
like
she has
pedal to the metal.
just two of the hardest fucking jobs. I can't even deal with like one. And Amy's a fucking nurse and a mother to a new, like a 6-month-old kid.
Right.
And she's still like bench pressing and like,
Yeah.
building houses.
It's pretty crazy. She's got a motor. That's definitely
She's
what
out there right now chiseling that ice.
She is.
She's like, I slept 3 hours. That was enough. I feel gluttonous.
She also somehow manages to always end up. I mean, not that I don't ever buy anybody gifts, but I bet she's a thank you card person. I bet she sends out thank you cards with like rapid fire, like really immediate.
Yeah. So she's like, what I always like will mean to do stuff like that, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Amy does it right now. Like
Right.
it's like don't like if you wait from this very moment when you have the intention of doing it, it's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
So she just does it like as soon as a gift comes in, the thank you card goes out.
Yeah.
You know, a huge factor in my procrastination for that stuff is that I really don't have a great concept of time. Like, I'll think like, oh, I need to do something, right? And because I don't do it right now, like a few hours later or a day later, I'm like, oh, it's way too late to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I wind up not doing it at all instead of like, okay, maybe doing it a little bit later than I had originally thought. Like, if I can't do it super fast, it's like I'm not doing it at all.
Yeah.
You know?
So I went to a friend's wedding like 8 years ago, probably 10 years ago, maybe, and I was like, oh, I kind of like fumbled getting a gift before the wedding, and I was like, I have like a year to get one, so I'll just do that. And then like 8 years later, I realized I had invited them to my wedding, but never gotten them a gift.
Shit.
And I seriously considered sending them a wedding gift before they came. But then I thought, that's super weird. Maybe they just don't remember that you didn't get them a gift.
So this is my question. Did you and Amy keep track of the people that did not get
No.
you wedding gifts?
No idea.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit. I've
That's-
never gotten anyone a wedding gift.
That's typically how it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people who, I think there are some people who keep track.
I think there are too.
But
Well, because you
It's
have
like
to
one
be
of
able
those-
to say thank yous.
Right,
So
of
you-
course. Yeah.
thing. So the way that it worked for us was like we would get a gift, and then I say we, but really Amy.
Yeah.
I wrote some cards too, just to help with the like sheer mass of things that had to happen. But we would just sort of like note down who we'd gotten a gift from, and then write a card back. Or like we would just write the cards for the gifts that came in the mail like that day.
But there's no like list of people who got you gifts
No.
and then like some glaring blank next to the people.
No. It's not like that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've vaguely heard of people like being mad that someone didn't give them a wedding gift, but it just doesn't seem like it would. Like so we had I think 120 people at our wedding,
Yeah.
and
That's like so many gifts.
yeah, and it's just I mean, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
It's gift enough that you took time out of your life to like celebrate with us. Why, like.
That's what I always tell myself, but then I worry that I'm like, am I sort of like decroding into the type of person who like just doesn't do any of like the expected like social norm things? Like I don't buy people Christmas gifts, I don't buy people like wedding gifts. I'm starting to like stop buying people like birthday gifts. It's just like everybody has so much fucking stuff.
That's definitely true.
It's so much stuff, and like I don't have any money. Nobody has any money. Why
Yeah,
do
what
we?
are we
Why are we
doing?
like spending money on like things that like this other person like doesn't necessarily need?
Right, exactly. And it's like it's just to like not feel bad about it.
Exactly.
But then why don't you just short circuit the whole process and just not feel bad about it?
Right. Like when I went out to lunch with Mom, I got Mom a pair of salad tongs for her birthday because the last time I was at her house, she was literally serving salad with like a plastic knife and fork.
That is a great gift.
Yeah, I figured that she just really needed it, but I
Rarely
know
have
that.
the opportunity to give a gift like that.
Right,
And
right.
she
And it
can
was
like
wrapped
use it
in a
for
fucking
so much.
Marshall's bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she can use it for so much. Like she
Yeah.
can take boiling breast milk out of a pot.
Yes,
Yes.
She can draw out
exactly.
a dirty diaper. Like tongs are the new hand. You know,
She
like
goes, would it be okay if I use this to pick up like a chicken breast that I was cooking? I'm like, yes, Mom, you can definitely use that to also pick up a chicken breast. Yeah. But then at the same time, we're having this conversation about how like my money is really tight and I'm like taking loans from her right now. So it felt really weird, like giving her something that I'd like maybe had sort of like bought with her money.
yeah, but you gave her something. You gave her something like nice. You know what I mean? Thoughtful and
And
not
it-
expensive.
I got
It would
it.
be really weird if like you're taking loans from her and you're like, here's a Hermes scarf.
Yeah,
I love you so
exactly.
much, Mom.
Exactly. She would be pleased to know that I bought those salatongs with a gift card that I won at a Jewish Yankee swap. So I think I forgot to tell her that.
It would behoove her to know that.
Yeah, it would really would behoove her.
Well, the other thing too is that I think people should just stop getting married because first of all, first and foremost, the whole idea of giving a gift up to a year later is such a white person thing.
Yeah,
Because
Right. Either shit or get off the pot.
right,
I
exactly.
never experienced anything like that until I started going to like non-ethnic weddings. Because up until like college, I was only going to like Albanian weddings, and
Right.
that's where you like leave an envelope stuffed with cash.
Yeah,
And then you start going to your friends' weddings, and it's all like, oh, you have up until a year to send a gift, and it's like that. I don't know who decided that rule, but I also think people should just stop getting married because sometimes you need the gift or you need the money to like help pay for the wedding that you're having because you can't afford it in the first place. I
right,
just think the whole thing is retarded.
right.
Not for nothing. So when we went to get our marriage license at City Hall, there were like a bunch of people getting married like at the chapel there or whatever. It's like super nice. Like it looks really fun.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
saying.
sure they make it a very nice experience for
It
you.
is. It was like I gotta say that's gotta be like the best like public servant job to have is like working at the like desk at the City Hall like marriage office.
The only good public
I
servant job.
know.
probably.
Everybody was like so happy, like they're just taking pictures and laughing and like just little groups of people, like
Yeah,
it's really cool.
definitely something to
Yeah, just fucking do that if you want to do that, and go get a fucking sandwich, and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like an awesome wedding to me. I would definitely want to have a sandwich after my wedding.
I'd want to have a sandwich during the wedding.
Hmm.
Why don't you splurge and get one of those like super 6 foot long subs that you
No, I don't want one of those. I want one of the like I want like a sandwich on sliced bread that has like a ton of like noise making crunchy lettuce.
like a BLT?
Yeah. I want to maximize the crackle
Yeah.
during the ceremony.
Because you're obviously going to be mic'd up during the ceremony.
I'm gonna have my big fucking blue mic, the one that I use for this podcast, but I'm gonna have it duct taped to my chest
Right.
so I can eat, and I'm gonna be in bed with my fucking face propped up on a pillow like this.
The YouTube listeners are in for a treat because the Vista, your Vista is like especially.
The weight of my massive head keeps pushing down on this pillow, so you're seeing less. I'm like the moon. Before you saw like a big shiny forehead, and now you're just seeing a crescent, like it's like a little,
You are
a little-
waxing and waning. You have waxed and waned a couple times.
a
over this
little
podcast.
dim. It's just because like at some points I'm like kind of like what when babies have like tummy time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like elongate my neck, but I'm also crushing my esophagus with these 3 pillows. So sometimes I just have to give up.
Tummy time.
Oh, she still hates it?
Yeah, she's gotten a lot better at it.
Yeah.
She's like a lot stronger now, and she rolls over pretty regularly. She's gonna crawl like any minute.
Oh my god. That's going to be
She actually
so...
just crawled downstairs behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, she's dancing now.
She's here. Oh, I see her on the monitor.
No, she's in her suit.
She's
Well, it's
still
got to
there.
be tough, like when you're a baby and you're not really active, like someone just putting you on your stomach. It's like putting a turtle upside down. It's like, here, this is good for you.
Yeah,
She
but
does act
Back
like
time is
something
good
like
for you,
that
turtle.
back time. I love that little baby monitor because I always imagine, in like caper movies where they like replace the film of the like surveillance video,
Yeah.
like loop it. Like I imagine Amy somehow like looping the video of her sleeping in her bed and she's like snuck out and is like smoking cigarettes outside. She's like, that idiot thinks he's got me on the monitor. I've been outside for like 15 minutes.
Yes, I could definitely see that. She is definitely one who perpetrates capers.
She totally does. Somebody with orange eyebrows like that definitely perpetrates capers.
And one of the big capers she's been perpetrating lately is big solid dumps in her
Yes.
bed. She's eating solid food, and so she's taking like grown-up dumps now.
That's awesome.
First
Complete
of all,
with
they
sound
fucking
effects.
reek. Second
Yeah.
of all, I think she's scared of them. Like she's used to just like having diarrhea all the time because
Yeah.
she just drinks breast milk. But now that she's like eating real food and taking like real people dumps, I think she doesn't know what this feeling is. She doesn't know what to deal with. She gets all like red in the face and like confused. It's hard to learn how to do things when you're a baby.
Yeah.
No, but that does suck. I mean, like, imagine going like all you know is like really easy poop,
Yeah.
and then all of a
Right.
sudden it's like, and then we all have those where you don't know why the fuck they happen, but they feel like a sword coming out of your ass.
But
You're
like,
like, what is this?
I know, like imagine, let's think you poop on the toilet, right? I
No.
presume.
Imagine if
I
it's
don't.
just like still there
I
resting
do everything in
against
this
your
bed.
butt.
Imagine just lying there trying to squeeze a dump out into your pants. Like it's like smearing against like.
And
like
yeah,
this-
it's like you can still feel it in there.
yeah.
But also imagine it's probably the first sense of achievement that she probably feels
Yeah,
in
maybe.
her life, because it's like
Not with her mother. She probably felt like she
right,
ran
and she
the
did like,
decathlon.
accomplished her first 50 push-ups, I'm sure, but like normal babies. But yeah, think about it. It's like you have like the first time she really has to work hard is to pinch out one of those like grown-up loaves. So
Right.
she probably feels, as hard as it is while it's happening, she probably feels a little bit of a sense of accomplishment afterwards.
Oh, I hope so. She
I hope so,
certainly
too.
is pleased when I discover like a big
Yeah.
stinky loaf in her pants. She thinks that's very funny.
I'm sure she does.
Especially by like sort of gagging noises that I make.
Yeah.
Ooh,
She laughs like a little dolphin when that shit happens. I was thinking
Pretty soon she's gonna be old enough to start trying to like grab it.
yeah, that's a good time.
Or she's gonna learn how to like take her diaper off and then just like fucking shit on your curtains. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So she hasn't already.
That'll be soon.
Right.
So before I let you guys go back to sleep, shall we read some tweets?
Yes. Let's read some tweets.
So Eric Choi tweets, not getting my weekly fix of Sideways the Pod is causing actual physical withdrawal symptoms.
Oh, Choister.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah. And he included a gif of himself fiending for crack. So we tweeted back that we were podcasting at 5 a.m. And he definitely tweeted back some excitement.
Some pictures of Little John.
Yep.
Which was awesome.
Matt Broderick tweets Sideways the Pod, kind of disappointed that Moist Turtle is in the title of episode 47.
Oh,
He has a point.
he has a point. He's an artist, that guy.
Well, Ferris. First
Yeah.
of all, thank you for listening to this,
Ferris.
and we'll name the next one appropriately.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that Matthew Broderick listens to this podcast. We don't even highlight that.
I know. Matthew Broderick. Love you, dude.
Actually, I might go back and I'm editing the XML file to rename episode 47 Moist Turtle.
I thought it was named Moist Turtle.
What was it before that?
I sometimes after I do download the audio and like do the editing and like get things set up to like put it up, I've like forgotten sometimes what the podcast is about. Like
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
so I just like I use like just random words.
Cool.
I think
Random word
it's
generator.
I don't know, but anyway.
I could have sworn we had one named Moist Turtle though.
That's just my Native American name.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why you're confused.
So our podcast names, should we go through them quickly?
Yep.
Stop Sucking, Don't Fart, Sharing Sweatpants, Discount Hotels, Nell, Savage Sports, Tycoons, Free Range Hamster, Duncan Love, To Byram for Homeland, Eye Contact, Gravity, Skid Row Sushi, Irie Heights, The Hangover, Don't Throw Your Keys in the Water, Like a Potato Growing Through a Chain Link Fence, The Best Ever, Bumblebee, Nesting, Pluto's Suffrage, Meat Buddies, Emotional Support Animals, Fishing or Football, Cornstarch Not Cornmeal.
Fish, you just said fishing or football. You definitely had an
Fishing
accent
or
when you said
football? I implore to touch.
Special co-host Baby Leah, Grundlebread, Carmen Sandiego, Nisus, The Bob's Dylan, Locked Up Domestically, Rainy Season, Oh Good Grief, Extreme Stand-Up, Stretch Yourself, Dutch Oven, Amazing Raisins, Hazen Malaysians,
That is what you made
What?
up on the fly.
Inhale My Heart, Cave Dick, Snow Inhalation, Festing, Gremlins, Pineapple Hot Dogs, Moist Turtle, Daycare, The Biggest Feud Since Feudalism, or Provocative Squash. And last week's was Black Ice Twerk or Sexual Chocolate.
So can I just say something? I find it funny that our 9th or 10th podcast ever was named the best ever. Like, we fucking released the greatest hits, like, way too early.
One album.
It was the first one that we actually felt good about. It was
Totally.
like, yes, this is so good. We hit our stride, and it was
Right.
a year ago.
And it was bad.
Yeah.
I think that it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, totally.
No,
was
I don't
the
think
last
so.
one
I
where
remember,
I was
I remember
frozen the whole
feeling
time.
Insufferable.
No, I disagree. I remember feeling super proud about that one. I was like sharing it. I was like, you guys have to listen. Don't listen to anything else we've done, but listen to this one because we were like so excited about it. And it was basically like releasing a greatest hits album with our one single on it. You know, like
Single.
it was like
Or double-sided cassette single.
yeah. Guys, I have to go because this is normally the time I get up to shower anyway.
All right.
All right, kids.
I
Hey,
wish I
this
could
was
go back to
awesome.
sleep.
Yeah.
Liz, how long do you get to go back to sleep for? I'm jealous.
2.5 hours.
Oh,
I
so
know. It's
fucking
going to be
lucky.
fucking awesome.
All right. Well, I'm glad we did this.
Me
Yeah, me
too. Maybe same time next week. Ooh.
I'm
up for
I
it.
gotta check my schedule because my work schedule is a little different every week. So, but anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll do
We'll
this
figure
at
it
some
out.
point next week.
All right.
All right, guys. Love
Love
you
you
guys.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Bye.